Hey guys, just give me 1 second to get everything situated. Do do. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the Madden NFL Defense Group and Gaming Authority. Um, Without them, this would not be possible. I know it's a defensive group, but I've got defense, but I'm more offensive minded. Okay, so it's always good to have both aspects of the game down. So pretty much, let me get everything situated for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and post a stream into the NFL defense group, and then we can go ahead and get started. I can join the chat with you guys, and if there's any questions that y'all need to, figure out to get better on whatever y'all are working on, I will do my best to make sure I got you. Okay, so just give me 1 sec. And before you know it, you're going to be throwing the ball like I do. All right. So here we go. I'm going to help y'all with a lot of shit today. So make sure y'all take notes. If y'all have to pin any specifics like that I'm going over and you want to, label that part of the video for, if you ever want to come back to it, make sure you do that. And I can't stress this enough. Ask questions, okay? So I'll be in the chat in just a sec. And let me get in there. Well, it's an hour later than what I was game planning on. Again, I wasn't expecting the play a franchise game when I did, but I got that out of the way. And let's kind of go over some of the first things that y'all are going to need. I'm going to kind of go over them in order of importance, okay? The very first thing, I don't know if a lot of y'all have been following me a long time or if y'all been following me a short time, so I'm going to kind of recap a lot of the importance, okay? First thing that I want to make sure that everyone does is go to your, I think it's settings, manage roster, settings, and go to your assign auto subs. That's going to be the very first thing I want y'all guys to do before y'all touch anything in books or any plays that I give you. Go into your auto sub settings. All right, this is going to help you out whether you're playing franchise games, whether you're playing head to head, whether you're playing MUT. This is global. Okay, so what's going to happen, these are the settings that I use. Okay, what's going to happen, your players will not get tired. They'll get automatically subbed out. Okay, so you're always going to have fresh guys in there. Now, occasionally you still might want to probably, use the manual subs or whatnot, if you're running a fast-paced game. But for the most part, if you don't want to risk losing your package sets, then make sure you have these settings, okay? Now, the only one that's going to be kind of tricky is the offensive line, because the way these settings are applied is by position. It doesn't take into account that you have 8 linemen and automatically subs a lineman in. It's going to go by position. So let's say you have 2 left tackles, 1 left guard, and then a center, 3 right guards, and 2 left tackles, or something like that. It's only going to sub the position if the position is a match. So like, let's say your backup left tackle is a right tackle, he will not be subbed. Okay, so just keep that in mind when y'all are doing some of these things. Okay, so let's see. The next thing that I want to go ahead and go over is the defense. Let me show you the defense. Same thing. Make sure you have these sliders, guys. These are the best sliders. I've labbed. Every game mode, these are going to be your universal sliders. Again, go back in the stream. If there's anything that y'all guys miss, come back to it. If you need to save anything, jot it down on paper. Timestamp it in the chat or whatever when you come back into the comment section, so that you know, so when you come back to it, you see it. All right, so that's pretty much straight to the point. I shouldn't really need to go over anything. I'm just going to explain it real quick, what the sub in and sub out is, so that everyone has clarity. The sub out is going to be at the stamina rate that they are taken out of the game and replaced. Okay, this is, let's say your starters in the game. Your sub out is when they will be replaced by their backup. Okay, the sub in is the stamina that you would like them to be returned at. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, guys. So that means your backup can get some reps in, and it's not going to be like, oh shit, he's going to be in for a whole series. No, sometimes it be like 2 or 3 plays. Let your man get his energy back up, because like, let's say you're playing franchise. Now franchise, the stamina acts a lot different than any other game mode. I just got done playing a franchise game, and I sensed the stamina, but because of these sliders that I have, I wasn't affected as much as my opponent was. Okay, so these sliders are going to save you. All right, the next thing I want to go over is very important. Offensively, defensively, you need to play to your team's strengths. Okay, and when you're picking your team, you also got to have a book that reflects on what that team does. Some teams run with a fullback and 3 tight ends. They can run tight sets. Some teams are more single back oriented. All right, so you don't want to be trying to run I form and your team doesn't have a true fullback. Okay, so it's just stuff like that y'all need to pay attention to, that y'all should know, need to know, or whatever. Whether you're playing CFM or MUT, you could always just grab players to fill the position so that you could play, tailor your game to any style that you want. But for the most part, if you're playing regs with stock books, some teams have I form, some teams are just straight single back, so definitely keep that in mind. Now with that out of the way, let's kind of go into, I'm going to start off in practice mode, but I'm not going to stay too long in practice mode, because the rules of practice mode is you can only run a play like 2 times, and then the third and beyond, they kind of get their block sheds, and it kind of gets ridiculous. All right, so I'm just going to kind of show you a couple of route concepts or whatnot. And again, guys, ask questions, okay? If there's anything y'all want to know, I mean, I'm streaming for you guys. And I'll give you a couple of, easies. We'll start with reading the safeties. Now, there is a guide that teaches you in Skills Trainer, but when you're playing users, you kind of just use that guide as a default to kind of understand what people may be in. It's not going to reflect too much as user adjustments. So I've got to teach y'all not just reading the coverage as it stands, what they're showing you pre-snap. I also need to teach y'all this little technique I've developed, reading it post-snap. So if they change their coverages and they're showing one defense, you're not only going to be able to, still get an open option, even if they audible to something that gives them an advantage against what your play call is. But it's going to definitely, open up your options that you can do underneath, or, if they give you something over the top, So you really just, I'm going to kind of teach you. All right. Now, for the most part, I run gun bunch as my standard. The reason why is because, well, any base formation you pick on offense, you want to make sure your tight ends on one side and the running backs on the other. Okay, that is important. Okay, now I don't max protect. I'm about to show you something, and it's going to seem crazy. I don't necessarily max protect. Okay, I always have a 4 route rule. All right, like I'll block 6. I'm not blocking 7. There's no point in blocking 7. Because see, sometimes when you have too many people in the area congested doing the same thing, sometimes the game dysfunctions, and sometimes that alone creates block sheds. So you don't want to have too many guys blocking. You want to kind of space guys out. But I'm going to show you what I do. Like, a lot of y'all see me play and y'all see me run this one play, and it seems like I have all day to throw it. All right, all I'm doing really is just, canceling the play action. Now, you can do this a lot on play action plays. Like play action plays, when you take the PA out, for some odd reason, they have better blocking. Okay, that's going to be probably what you're wondering about. So I'm just going to go random. We'll go random 4-3. A lot of the things that I also use is I utilize these little blue routes by the tight ends. Okay, so he's initially going to be a block, and if I feel like he's got space behind him or whatever, or if the pressure comes, I can just tap his button, and he's going to get behind the blitz, and usually he's open or whatever. But the next thing I do, I just cancel out of the play action without necessarily max protecting. So what I'll do is I'll just reroute the running back. Like usually I'll go like a swing route. This specific play, it really depends what side you're on. Like if you're in the center, it's always going to go to the right, so you have to flip the play. All right. Now I usually like to let it go behind, and I like to I'll run a streak and I'll run a slant. Okay. Now I'm gonna have good, even with that being a wide 9, I should still have good protection. And the way the route concepts is designed is it's gonna create separation and space for me to throw it to. So I have Williams is usually my primary read. With it being cover 3, it really depends if he's getting bumped. Okay. If he doesn't get bumped, he's probably going to be wide open. All right. Now, if I don't feel comfortable making that throw and that safety is over there, I have the check down. The check down is going to pull those linebackers down. So I'm just going to look off him, and I'm just going to go straight to the running back. If by some odd chance they cover the running back, I'm just going to tap X, and Waller's going to kind of just check and release. So I'm just going to show you against random. Look at the tight end, look at the route, wait. And sometimes, practice mode. Practice mode does things sometimes you don't like, but you see how much time I have to throw, okay? That's really the main thing. I'm not max protecting. All I'm doing is just picking a play action play and rerouting the halfback. There's like other things that I can do in this formation. Like I could just leave those routes as is, for instance, and they'll pick up, for the most part, they'll pick up the blocks. Okay. Sometimes they'll send a blitz. Sometimes it won't pick it up, but for the most part, they do. Again, like I said, it's practice mode. You're only going to be able to run it like 2 times, and then they're just going to get crazy block sheds. So I'll probably run it again, and he'll get block sheds. See, but for the most part, whatever. It's practice mode. All right, so the next thing is go back to gun bunch real quick. I'm going to show you my philosophy in gun bunch. The way I usually run gun bunch is I like a base play. Okay, I know I use it as an audible too, but I'm probably going to take it out as an audible. But you need a base play that can attack multiple types of defenses, because you don't want to be like, you know, in a position where you need a specific route and not have it. You know, there's an old saying, you know, I'd rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. All right, so the play I like in this formation is bunch trail, because it separates. You know, the stock play itself has routes going in every direction. You got your crossers, you got your corners, you got a drag. You can involve the halfback in it if you want, need be. It's definitely my go-to play. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it isn't. But, you know, usually it's not going to work too much against wide nine. But I'm going to show you my rule is you're blocking either the tight end or the running back, and you're either throwing it to either tight end or the running back, okay? So whichever one you're sending on the route, the other one needs to be, you know, blocking, all right? So I'm going to show you a couple of scenarios. Like, I do not max protect, because if I'm going to show you if I max protect against a wide nine, I have 3 routes, okay? 3 routes, and let's say if he's only sending 4, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 7 guys in coverage. That's not going to work, man. You're going to throw it in double teams. You know, you're not going to get the type of separation you want for like underneath passes. So what that's going to do, it's going to take your drag away. Okay, so now you're going to have to go deeper, you know, against other zones and probably run like a slant or something. And, you know, if they're usering on that, you know, you got no check down. So I always go with the must send 4, must block 6 rule. Okay, so let's say he's coming hard on the right side. Now there's a couple of different things you can do. You can utilize your slide protection. Let's say we slide protect to the right, so that helps the tight end get back on the angle route. Another thing that I see is because of that defensive end's position, that drag route's not going to work like I want it to. He's going to get bumped. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to kind of create separation. So sometimes I might take him and then just run over there and just run like a hook curl. See, what I'm doing is I'm creating a levels concept now. All right, so let's say that linebacker is playing a verticals. He's going to sit on that route by Jones. Okay. The next thing that's going to happen, and there's going to be a bunch of dumbed down routes. Okay, because of the angle route, unless that middle linebacker is in a mid read, he's going to sit exactly where he's at, and the angle route's going to get over the top of him. Those corners are playing back a lot deep, so it could be like cover 4 quarters, it could be cover 2 man, this specific formation. You see how is that a linebacker or is that a corner? He looks a little bulky. Oh yeah, that's the glitch. My bad. Okay, but for the most part, I'll just kind of show you when you slide protect, you kind of want to ID the guy that's going to give you fits. Usually when I slide protect to the right, you're going to want to double team and ID. So like, let's say I ID him and I double team him. What that's going to do is that's going to leave me one-on-one with the defensive end on the outside and one-on-one with the defensive tackle over there on that same side. I'm just going to have to be very vigilant on, you know, I can control where the double team goes. You know, I got 3 guys on the right. I could put my center over there, double team right there. Okay, so it's just basically reading what kind of formations you're going up against, and that should cover everybody. And just step into the pocket and use your pocket. Okay, don't be afraid to stay in the pocket. Again, this game's probably not going to let me do too much in practice mode. I'll probably show you better in a game, but I just feel like y'all should, pay attention to the formations you're going up against. Like drag routes aren't going to work. Like when you're playing up against 4-3 fronts, those little slot formations, you see how that defensive end is lined up on the tight end. Usually you're not going to get, the route break. So that's why I like to use that little angle route for the tight end. Now, there's other things that you can do, like with the tight end. Like let's say if I move him over to the right with that route, it gives me a zig. Okay. Now I have that zig. I can recreate the angle route concept by adding Jones in a slant. Okay. So now I have a mesh concept without the fifth route, and it's optional if I throw in the fifth route, but I don't think I really need it at this point. But just kind of showing you a couple of easy pass concepts. See how we get over the top with those over-under concepts. Okay, so I'm going to try to show you a couple of more ways to kind of get those kind of looks. Like another one, like let's say we want to get that with the tight end, do the same thing just with the hitch route. Okay, if we don't want the hitch route, we could always go zig, flat route, but it really depends on what kind of coverage you're going up against. Like if I see man coverage, I'm probably either going to go put him in a flat, pull that guy out to the flat. Okay, he's going to be a dummy route, and that's going to give more separation for any routes crossing over to the other side. So always when you do your motions, make sure you see what kind of coverage you got. If you got a guy lined up with you looking directly at you, usually it's some type of man coverage. With those two safeties being back, it's probably a cover two man. So like if you want to get the slot option open, just put them in a zig route. Any double move is going to beat man coverage. Okay. And again, we're staying with the 4 route concept, and I'll just run it like that. Look at there. Look at the slot. Look at the tight end wide open. So I'm going to kind of go into it a little bit more, kind of slow it down so that you guys can see. Again, I have it on random coverages. I do not know what they are in. I'm just reading them, using my motions, and using everything that I learned throughout the course of my Madden career. So see all those man coverage routes? See the separation I get on both of them? You always want to use routes that can beat multiple coverages, okay? So even if he was in a hook curl or a flat route, he would have pulled down under and Waller would have still been open. Okay. Let's say they're playing man match. I'm gonna show you like people that love blitzing with fucking cover 2 fire zone style defenses. I'm gonna show you how to attack that. And it's fairly easy, guys. Let's see. Let's go cover 2. Let's say they're zone blitzing with a soft squat. Alright, the easy way to take care of cover 2 soft squats is manipulate the man match. And a lot of you guys are probably like, well, how the fuck you do that? For one, you want to flood whatever route you're going with, whether it's 2 routes or whether it's 3 routes. You want to manipulate the man match. Now, with bunch trail, when you motion this guy over, notice his route. Okay, the first thing he's going to do is he's going to go up. Okay, this is a little bit different than a zig or a it's like a combination of a curl and a zig combined into one because of the depth that it goes. So what you're going to do now is that is going to not only occupy the vertical hook, it's going to grab his attention. It's also going to pull the soft squat down off of Williams. So off of that alone, I'm going to have 2 reads. Okay, I don't necessarily need to add a third, but I can if I need to or whatever. But I'm just going to kind of run it just so that y'all can see that the soft squat's going to come down and the square route's going to get wide open. Okay, I'm going to kind of slow it down for you guys. And just like I explained it, it happens. Okay, with this route, he's going to go up. First thing he does is he pulls the vertical hook. Okay, that's the very first thing that we're paying attention to. See how he pulls the vertical hook? Then look, He pulls the soft squat down. Okay, so we pulled 2 guys out of a zone with 1 route. Okay, so that's the main thing when y'all pick y'all plays. Y'all need to make sure that that route, like if you're just using them as a zone pull, what I like to call them magnet routes. Okay, how strong the magnet route is depends on what kind of coverage you're going up against. So like usually if they're playing soft squats, they're going to have a vertical hook that's usually going to trail deep routes that go, up the seams, and then they're going to have the soft squat that's going to squat down on any short routes that go outside. So now we pull 2 guys out, and then we leave the middle wide open. Same concept can be applied to cover 6. It can be applied to cover 4 quarters. Can I show you against other defenses? So let's go back into it. And again, I'm going to use the same play and kind of just go over every type of coverage that you can attack from one play. All right, so let's say he comes out and he wants to run. Let's find me a stock cover 6. Say he goes cover 6. Now, what you got to do to identify the cover 6 is you need to identify the quarter side, and you need to identify the half side. Okay. Now, this one's usually the easiest to tell, because I'm going to tell you right now, the quarter side is going to be on the right, the half side is going to be on the left. You can tell this by the depth of the safety and the depth of the cornerback. Okay. If you look real tight in cover 4, the safety and the cornerback are usually closer to the numbers. In a cover 2 defense, the safety and the corner are a little bit more spaced out as far as depth wise goes. So that automatically tells you which side, is going to be the soft squat. Okay, so the same thing, we can use this same offensive play to attack the same defense, whether it's cover 2 sink or cover 2 or cover 6. They're basically the same thing. Now, the uniqueness of this formation is the corner route played by Renfro. He's going to pull those quarters. Quarter 1, quarter 2 are going to be pulled to the routes on the right, and this is going to be more open than what the basic cover 2 sink was. Now, if I really want to expand upon that, I could add another route, but I'm just going to show you and watch it develop right there. Okay, same thing. That's all you want to do, man. Find the zone that you're comfortable throwing against. Learn how to manipulate that one zone. You don't have to sit there and guess the whole defense. Most of my offense, I'm going to be strictly honest with you, is I'm basically looking at one side of the field. It's easier to read one side than to sit there and try to read everything. Okay, so usually that's what I'm doing. Is I'll take this route. It's a special route because it's an option route. And fill motion over, and it's unique because it still goes to the sideline and it can still sit there. Okay, so again, just run it one more time, and then boom, wide open. Just you can rack catch it, possession catch it, whatever you need to do. All right. Now, let's say they're playing quarters. Quarters is going to play a little bit different because quarters will play outside. Okay, they're not going to exactly play like the cover 6 and cover 2 sink. They're going to play to the outside. So any routes that break out, let me kind of show you. The quarters will play it. So what you're going to do is you're going to get these same concepts, and this is actually a trick to it. Okay, you're going to take some of these concepts I'm using and you're going to reapply it. Now, cover 4 quarters, you're going to take your crossing routes. They're going to be short. Okay, kind of show you what I mean. Because if you go too deep, then they're going to match up, and quarters can match pretty tight if you're not careful. So just kind of come out in here. Quarters. All right. We're going to take the same principles of everything that we've been using. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, against this defense, Waller's route's probably going to be wide open. But usually against quarters, I'll probably add another route, because what you got to do is you have to dumb down one of the quarters on the outside. You got to give him an assignment to read. Okay, so I'll add another route. Usually cover 4, they're not blitzing. Usually. All right, if they are, then they're leaving everything underneath wide open for a quick pass. Okay, so usually they're not zone blitzing, because if they're zone blitzing, they're going to leave someone wide open. If they are max blitzing, they're going to leave a bunch of shit wide open. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to max protect all the time. As long as you're very good at quick passing and being on the receiver button as soon as you hike the ball, that's going to help you navigate away from a lot of these people that are heavy blitzing. So I kind of wish I can lab like a heavy blitz for you guys, but practice mode's not exactly going to tailor to that aspect. But I'm just going to kind of show you what I'm going to do against quarters. Is I'm going to run a drag and I'm going to run a drag. Okay, kind of like a little mesh concept. Okay, and what you're going to see is the tight end get wide open. All right, so again, guys, just I'm going to slow it down for you guys and kind of show you what's happening. Usually in most man match quarters, those safeties spot freeze. Okay, and there is a weakness usually against cover 4 quarters will be the deep middle third. All right, so there's ways to attack it, and you also got to manipulate the man match. So like, you don't want to just throw a route to the mid third and think it's going to be open. It'll probably get man matched up. You need to have a crossing concept. Okay, I do plan on doing, you know what, I probably will do that. Give me one sec, guys. Okay. All right. Let's pick a Bear with me one sec. All right. So this first play, we're just gonna run it. Just run it stock. All right. All right. So now we gotta pick a defense. Hold up. All right. So we're in cover 4 quarters. Now, what's gonna happen in quarters is both of those safeties are gonna spot drop. They're gonna freeze for a sec because they gotta find someone. Usually against slot formations or anything like that, they got to make a read. They read, then they react. Okay, so what you got to do is you got to take advantage of that read. Okay, you got to give them multiple routes to read, and usually once they freeze up on those multiple routes, now you're gonna get something wide open. Now against cover 4 quarters, that middle third is wide open every time. All right, so there's a couple of ways you can do this. Let me see if I have to double check sometimes. All right, so that's quarters, and this is usually the best way to attack quarters is with 3 routes on one side. Now we have the route by Waller, okay, that let's see, let me double check. Let's say I run a zig and a slant, and a zig. If I can kind of show you guys. All right, so this is how I plan on attacking cover 4 quarters. All right, you want to make sure you got enough. Usually it's cover 4, they're not blitzing. All right, and if I guess it right. Waller should be wide open. I have to double check because sometimes practice mode kind of gets a little glitchy. So just double check. Yeah, it's right there. So I think the only thing I might need to do is I might need to send a route right at the safety. So let's see. I have the route by Renfro. I have the route for my cross, underneath cross, or I can go drag. And then I can go with the wheel route. Usually these wheel routes are pretty good. I can run like double drag, post, corner, wheel. So you're running like that. And then you'll see if you pay attention, you'll look over there on that right side. Usually you get the wheel route. Now it's really going to depend a lot because of the man match concept, what defense they're man matching you with. Sometimes if you have a good running back, you know what, I might actually, you know what, I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to do 2 routes on one side. Because sometimes they dumb down just enough. So let's say we go drag, drag with that route, and then like that. So let's try attacking cover 4 quarters like this. That should give us the route we want. See how that safety freezes? Look over there at the running back, okay? He gets enough opening up against that quarter. Only thing is practice mode is not gonna. The block sheds are different in practice mode. It really sucks. So let's kind of do the slide protects. Let's cover that side. And just run it like this. Give me the wheel route like that. Wheel route should be our route. He dumbs down over the top. Alright, so that's just another way to attack the cover 4 quarters if that's giving you problems. You know, just a lot of underneath routes. Let's say we really want to take it away. Let's say we go slant route. Let them 2 cross like that. Run the wheel route. Just like that. Just try that. Now look, square wide open. Yeah. And then just navigate the pocket, guys. Like sometimes something might not necessarily open up for you. Just navigate the pocket. Let's say we go with that route. Alright, now we got a 3 wide receiver flood. We got to block him. He'll dump somebody down. Just attack one side of the field. See how circle opens up? Look at there, right down the middle. And that's just a playmaker route, okay? So again, they play for cover 4 quarters. This is probably going to be your best adjustment. Let's go back into it. Run a zig, a wheel, and a hitch. Okay, just like that. And Richard's route is going to be chased, leaving your hitch wide open for the playmaker. So again, you can take, if you need the extra protection, you can block your tight end, and then just boom, just playmaker them up. Okay, so that's just another option for you guys. Just basic man match principles, you know, flooding routes at the defenders. Make them pick, make them read. Okay, kind of show y'all a couple of, let me respot the ball. I'm gonna kind of show y'all some run techniques as well. And again, ask questions, guys. Ask questions, man. I'm here. I'm going off of what y'all need, you know. So I'm gonna respot the ball here in a sec. We're gonna go in the red zone. Now, a lot of you guys I've been watching in the Madden NFL defense chat group. A lot of you guys be saying that y'all need help in the red zone. Okay, red zone. I'm gonna tell you defensively and offensively. There's must do's and do nots. Okay, the do nots, if you're on defense, is playing deep blues, like deep halves, outside thirds, outside quarters. Don't play those. Would I suggest to change a QB's throwing motion? Well, man, I kind of just play with what I got, man. To be honest, like I don't. You can't change it and then go into regs. Regs won't let you do that because it does that roster bullshit every time you go in there. So I learned to kind of play with what I got, you know, and I've done that for the longest over time, and I kind of just adapt to it as opposed to trying to force adapt to it. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of show you a couple of good plays here in the red zone. For one, if they're playing, like if you're playing someone that uses a lot of zone coverage, okay, like if they're just playing like max zone, they want to try to defend everything. You're going to take this spacing concept. Now there's different ways you can run this shit. Okay? You're going to take these spacing concepts. You got gun bunch quads has it. Gun bunch has it. Single back bunch has it. I'm kind of show you a couple of variations of it. Alright? So let's say I come out in single back bunch. Let me respot this ball for you guys. Now usually this is going to be my inside the 5-yard play. If you want to get a quick, easy passing touchdown. And I should be in double check, make sure he's in zone. Sometimes you could just do motion, so it's easy in man coverage. Alright. Easy man coverage route beaters are going to be zig routes. Like let's say I go with a zig. Any zigs and crosses, quick passes are going to beat man coverage. So if he goes man, it's easy crossing touchdown. Okay. So if he goes zone, we're trying to force the zone. Okay. Anytime y'all see that shit right there, just audible to the counter run. Counter run is like the sleeper run this year in Madden. Anybody wants to play heavy pass defense, they'll run a counter or inside zone split on him. Alright, so we're just going to come out here and make sure he's in zone. Okay, he's in zone. I could cheat and just use the other controller, but there's also a glitch when you do this. Like you can motion this guy out, he'll be wide open. Not too many people know this one, okay? So you just got to motion him over. Usually they'll pick up to him because of his spot on the field. So you just got to change his route. Usually it'll be like a quick pass or something. And again, when they come out in 3 deep, I don't know why they would come out in 3 deep on, goal line, but random play fucking sucks. Wow, they come back in back to back, really. But counter runs against 3 deep is definitely going to be your money. But trying to get me a formation. Okay, here we go. Alright, so against zone coverage, let me do it like this. Okay, he's in zone. Against zone coverage, this little spacing route, you see that route by Jones? It's usually wide open. When he turns back around, Waller is going to pull any outside zones to the outside, whether it's going to be the hook, deep halves, or any flat routes. He's going to pull them over. Doss is going to pull any vert hooks, hook curls, or mid reads to the inside. So what's going to happen is Jones is going to be wide open. All right. Every time against zone coverage, that route is always wide open. I'm just going to show you. Look at there, wide open. Every time, no adjustments. Okay. So I ran a play. Hopefully me double check. Okay, it's actually 2-man under. Now, if it's 2-man under, again, anytime you play man coverage, you can always just motion the guy over, put him in a zig. If he follows, you know he's in man. What you're going to do is you're going to create a pick and rub. Okay, he's going to pick, he's going to rub, he's going to be open. Okay, easy red zone play. Not too much you need to do, you know, not too many adjustments you need to make. Trying to look for a straight zone. Okay, there's a zone blitz. Alright, same thing. Every zone, this little route by Jones over here is going to be wide open. Alright, you just got to kind of time it before he turns around. Just kind of time it. And just like boom, boom, boom. Sometimes you got to put air on it. You got to be very careful. But he's going to be wide open. Depends on the defense shell they come out in. So if that's like a curl flat, you might want to add another route. So he's in man coverage. Usually, again, man coverage. Take him, put him in a zig route. Easy adjustment. Wide open every time. Okay. I'm going to show you in other formations as well. Because you can do it in gun bunch. You can do it in bunch empty. Kind of show you the same route. Let's see. Okay, so it was only single way bunch. Let's see. Empty. There we go. Same route. Spacing. We'll just go random play. Alright, so if it's a zone, which it is, you're going to go to the spot route. There we go. The little spot route by Jones. It is very glitchy. It's like the glitchiest little hitch route in the game because of the angle it takes. It's like he goes up and out and he pushes deep zones to go deep and then he comes back. So you can see, you see how he gets wide open over there? He's just sitting there asking for the ball. You don't always got to quick throw it to him because sometimes they'll react. But if you don't quick throw it, what's going to happen is that slant, he's going to pull the attention of any deeper zones. Okay, so it'll rub off of them. You're just going to need a little bit more time. Just wait for it, and then you can like low ball pass it. You know, Carr didn't want to throw a low ball there, but as long as y'all kind of get the idea. Kind of show y'all some run tips. As far as running, in the I form close slot, which I love to run, it's mainly my run offense. There's a motion that you can hike that's very intriguing. Okay, we'll just go random play defense, and it would do that, but whatever. To kind of show you what happens is, like normally when you motion the fullback out, see how he has that, he squares his shoulder before he cuts out. Now usually I would want a better impact blocker for these type of things. You need to make sure you have your best blocker, because you want high impact block. All right. Now he's not going to change in on this one, so we'll just run another play. Okay. So again, now you're going to make sure you got the ID on the right person. The thing about these wide nines, anytime they're coming out wide, is going to kind of mess your tight end up in his blocking assignment. Okay. So if he's doing it like that, get him out in space, because that's his blocking assignment. The next person that needs to be blocked is the guy in, and that's who your fullback needs to pick up. Okay, so if they come out in another formation, I'm going to show you when you'll do the special motion I'm about to do for you guys. But just thought y'all should know that. That's gonna help free up some space. Okay. Again, try not to leave yourself congested. All right. So like I can look at it, and I got two guys lead blocking for me. I have two guys over there on the right. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to motion over, and now I have to pick up the next guy. Now, the tricky thing about this is I'm going to have to cut the ball back inside because my lead blockers are going to pick those two guys up on the outside. It should leave me one-on-one with the linebacker over there. So I'm just going to run it one-on-one, all the blocks picked up. Okay. Show it one more time. Hopefully they give me a better formation. All right. See how he's in a wide 9? Move the tight end out. Now we know who to pick up. All right. That guy gets picked up, so now we have to run the ball inside the A gap and cut it inside. I put it on random defense for them to kind of... I got all these defenses, and they're going to keep running wide 9. What the fuck? Here, let me pick the defense. I'll kind of show you an example. Hold up. All right. Let's say they're in a formation. All right, McCavery, I'm about to. I'm just kind of giving y'all a few couple of, plays and ideas to kind of work with. All right, so let's say they come out in like a 4-3 over, or any unbalanced set where they're trying to get a edge rush free, okay? So usually a blitz like that. And then we'll come in my I-form close slot. And let's say I just run the stretch run. It really doesn't matter which run I do. There's a special motion that I do that helps me out. So what happens here is when I do this motion, my fullback is going to become the outside blocker. He's going to pick up the guy on the outside. So now I have to make the assignment for the linebacker there to get picked up. So you got to make sure you ID the right guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the motion hike. All right, and it's going to be right there. See how he squares his shoulders? Now he should have got picked up. But, like I said, when you run a formation so many times in practice mode, it kind of gets real glitchy on you. So they start getting block sheds and shit starts to suck. But again, pick him up, motion him out. Watch how he squares his shoulders. See how he goes straight to the guy and drives on him. Okay? So that's just a new way to run the stretch in this formation. I'm going to show you a couple more times. Remember, ID the guy that's lead block, that you want to lead block for you. So in this case, it's going to be the tight end, since I'm motioning the fullback outside, and then hike. Look how I want to slow it down for you. I'm going to show you how the ID is working. The ID your lead blocker will always be the inside lead guy. Sometimes it's the fullback, sometimes it's the tight end. When I motion this guy outside, my tight end becomes the lead blocker. Okay, so he's going to be responsible for the ID. So when the fullback goes outside, he picks up the corner, goes straight to him. And because of that, it's going to allow my tight end to focus on his identified Mike. See how he goes around and sets the edge for the run and lays a block. Okay, so it's just small things like that that can take your game to another level dimensionally. And let me play a couple of games online so we can kind of take this so that y'all can kind of see what happens live. Now again, I'm not guaranteeing you wins. I'm guaranteeing you offense. All right? At the end of the day, you make your own throws. You make your own decisions. I'm just simplifying it a little bit better for you guys, okay? So don't be like, oh, I'm losing when you're making the bad choices. All right? I'm showing you how to get the people open. That's my job. I'll kind of use a mix of different different offensive sets.
This is the NFL.
All right, so I got the Seahawks.
We're in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. Football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
All right, so we'll start off with the strong eye close, and in this game I'm going to utilize a couple of plays like the halfback zone weak. You always make sure your base play gives you something, you know, that's not exactly easy to defend. I like the zone weak, especially against specific formations. So, main thing is you don't want to congest yourself. So what we're going to do is, because he pressed, we're going to move him out. We're going to go ahead and free some space up. Okay? Our lead blockers on the pickup man. And look at that. Get some space.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
I'm going to just play with him for a little bit. I normally don't start taking my shots till I got an idea of what kind of defense he likes. So this, when I run the ball, I'm trying to figure you out.
Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's second
All
and
right,
7.
see how the safeties are out wide? He's either in cover 4 because of the depth of the corner. It could be cover 2 man. Okay, so cover 4 usually is a better run defense. Because he did that baseline, we got to motion him out. And he gets picked. See how he gets picked up when you motion him out?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup.
So he's using those disguised defense.
First down on that second down run, and at that yardage gain, they can run that plan.
They're like, what, cover 2 show 4 or something like that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
So you probably run a combination of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a play that attacks both. I'm going to block my running back. We're going to just go over the top. I shouldn't have threw that. It's man match. Oh, good. All right, so we got to exploit man match. He's in cover 2. Go with a soft squat. Let's go man gun bunch.
Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He runs a lot of man match. It's like what he ran. Palms. My bet is there.
They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the
Because he likes palms a lot. This route usually is a 1 play. I don't know why this one is, it just is.
shotgun now for Carr. He's carrying out for Williams.
Oh, come on, my dude. Oh, well, they won't let me use their catch today, I guess.
Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're putting the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, we're just going to go with what works here. I could actually use the PA post. But I'm going to stay with the trusty wusty bunch trail.
Okay, look at this. The punt team don't.
All right, that's a blitz. All right.
Offense gonna go for this.
So what we're going to do is we're going to counter his blitz. Do that, smart route it. I should.
They do go for it. It's Carr.
Look at there, wide open.
He's got it. It's Williams.
Take advantage of the user.
All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland.
I've seen that dime 146 blitz so many times. It's a soft squat, guys. I just got done showing y'all how to attack soft squats.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
It's just even better against users because they try to use it as a safety. They don't know, you know, there's latency, there's all kinds of stuff that guys don't pay attention to.
Dances by him. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Hey, what up, Mr. Nister? Alright, so defensively, I'm probably going to play my 4-3 under competitive defense. Yeah. Or better yet, you know what? He's coming out in that. We're going to run this flipped.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Wilson. And that catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He got hit too.
The catch is that play good for 30 and a first. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State Chris Carson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Meeting at the running back.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Third and long. It's Wilson. On the heavy rush and down he goes. Carl Joseph.
That's some defense right there.
Safety blitz. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Here we go, 4th with Wilson. Flush to his right. That's complete to DK.
No, sir.
And now this is going to go into the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably.
Oh, I like to use Joyner, bro. He can tackle.
Will force a turnover on downs.
Alright, it's the same thing.
Starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Look at there. Ah, I should have rat catched it.
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Alright, that's going to take advantage of that soft squat. If he doesn't go soft squat, he's wide open.
It's complete. to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Easy 2-route read, man. So you can change those routes all you want, my dude.
The completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Look at that. You gonna stay in that cover 2 blitz, bro? This is how you kill that shit, dude. Dictate them. Bring your safeties down. That's cool. Alright, this is where we change it up on them. Throw the wheel route. Block the tight end. Throw a slant. Give me a hitch. Hey, it happens, man. I be thinking a lot, you know. I can actually use the extra space, though. So let's say we go back over here with that. Block the tight end. And then take the wheel route. Square wide open. We just block the running back. Look at there.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown.
I'll probably be on for a while. This is actually my first game. See, a lot of people, they'll play these defenses that they've grown comfortable with. You know, like soft squats. I ain't gonna lie, soft squats are good, but not good against people that know how to pick on them. Okay? It's a man-match defense. You can force them to squat under. Just run a little crosser underneath them. They'll always drop like a flat. And they won't match up with your little post route. Alright, so my thing when I play is I try to score a lot of points, man. So I can just run the game clock out when it's time to run the ball. But we're gonna come out 4-3 over. Come out my Mike will blitz. Crash left, quarter, soft squat. Bam, meeting at the quarterback. This is the Raiders playbook, both offense and defense. Mike will, crash left, quarter safety, soft squat, contain, pass commit, and come after the quarterback through the A gap. And watch. Look at those soft squats. Boom. This is a good and tight defense. Quarter, soft squat, contain. Soft squats jump down. See, he's not manipulating soft squats. Certain formations, you're not going to be able to manipulate those soft squats. That's why I like this 4-3, because they get right up in their face. Crash left, quarter, soft squat, pass commit, contain. Just like that. That's what it should look like. Alright. See how he motioned him? Hook curl. Just like that. Just go hook curl. Look at there. And then just use it as safety. Soft squats play the outside. Like when people try to run mesh concepts and stuff, it keeps you from getting, you know, in man coverage, if people run like dual drag routes, your cornerback's going to be chasing the drag route and you're going to give up the completion. So that's why against certain formations like tights, I'll play the soft squats, especially if I know they're not trying to manipulate them. You know, if I give them man coverage on the screen, the recent play call screen, he doesn't know what zone I'm in. Now, sometimes I run soft squats, sometimes I run outside quarters. I try to mix it up. I don't want to give them the same look every time like he's doing me. If he wants to play over the top, boom, look at her, I got the sideline. So you can literally just beat him with his one play because he's not adjusting correctly. It's an easy 1-2 read, just like I was saying earlier. It's all you got to do, man. Just read what he gives you one side of the field, man. It's the easy way to start. Same thing. He's staying in the same defense. All we got to do is get a 1-2 read. We have a third route crossing over with the tight end. Pay attention to the corner first. That's going to be our read. Does the corner drop down when the route crosses, or does he stay with Williams? Watch him. Wait. Playmaker up. Oh, he wouldn't let me get it. All right, so we're going to switch it up. We're going to go 3-route concept now. This time I'm going to go wheel route. Hook route. And this time I'm going to go deep over the top and run a slant. And run a zig. Okay, just kind of mix it up. Don't give them too much of the same stuff. Oh, let him have that. I don't know how he got through. Sometimes it glitches, sometimes they get through. All right, we'll fuck it. We're gonna fake it. Never mind. Not too many people run fucking man coverage on that, but whatever. All right, let's play defense. All right, so he wants to play gun bunch, flip our play, audible down to cover 2, re-blitz, quarter, soft squat, quarter. Should look like that.
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work?
All right, so it's changed up a little bit.
And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Look at that. On him, the outside quarter. See how it matched up with him?
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it down that play. They came in, made the contact.
Outside quarter, inside quarter. Saw squat. Just like this. So the quarter's out in front of it, okay? No, I do not protect the sticks. Protect the sticks only cancels out your man match and makes it a basic coverage. Alright, we're going to go inside third. Got a soft squat over there. Outside quarter right there. I'm going to have to play like a mid-read.
Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Look at there, Mauston with my linebacker. Let's fucking go.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception.
Look at there, you ain't get mossed.
Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a
All right, so if he's gonna keep playing. All right, what I gotta do is I gotta create a cross. We'll do that cross right there. And this could actually be cover 3. Give me that check down over there just in case I read it wrong. Oh, come on, block, bro. Damn. Trent. Sometimes it happens, guys. You can't fault yourself. That's why we got defense, bro. That's why we got a punter. Get on out here. All right, so we're gonna come out and gun bunch. No, we're gonna go use our competitive defense, 4-3 under. I like this.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, look your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he's got to hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40.
Flip the play.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
No, leave it right here.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Even with him blocking a receiver. Look at that. Yeah. I love this 4-3 under, guys. When I want to be real competitive, bro, this 4-3 under is going to be your money. Put that quarter over there, man in line, show blitz, bro. Let's go. Now I could probably put like a outside quarter over there. Look at there, off the edge. Look at that quarter play. Look at that quarter. Matches up with them. Outside third, don't do that. That outside quarter, man locks it up. So I put both. Anytime I play cover 3, bro. That's what I do. Now I got to play this inside quarter area over here. Now I should get a block shed. Just like that. Run for your life, motherfucker. This is my 4-3 defense. I don't know how it would work in 3-4. I don't run the 3-4. I've only mastered the 4-3 adjustments. And that the 4-3 under is nasty. I use 4-3 under, 4-3 over. Those are my 2 defenses mainly. A lot of good blitzes that you can get out of them.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25.
So when I really want to shut someone down, man, you see me in that 4-3 under, there's problems. Now I could vamp it up. And probably make like some substitutions or whatever, but I go D-line sub. Get some speed rushers in there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time.
G-path, outside quarter, like that. This motherfucker's scared now. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go soft squats. We're going to come out, flip the play, run soft squats. We're going to run a hard flat over there. Run a soft squat there. Outside third. Clear those gaps. So now we got the hard flat over there. He can't throw the hard flat. And we stay with it. If he can only do so much, now we got to find new ways to get after him. We're gonna go 4-3 over. The thing about me, I like to apply pressure. Yeah, soft squat.
athleticism wins.
Saw squat. Just give me 2 saw squats, 2 verts. And Joyner on that guy. So that's pretty much what I'm going to play. I'm going to play 2 saw squats. Saw squat, saw squat. And we're going to blitz this at A gap. Everything should be covered. Saw squat's going to sit over there just enough. Try to mix them up, mix up our blitzes a little bit. See if we can get them. Saw squat over there. Oh, I missed the hit stick. Oh. Alright, but see how much time it's taking him to score now, bro? Like, he's not able to move real fast on us. And he's got Russell Wilson with fucking escape artist, and he can pick up my blitzes. Like, he knows when I'm blitzing. And I was still getting through. Like an ankle tackle.
Set to get this drive started. They're still in the lead, gave up the touchdown a moment ago. Now they'll be looking to equal that for their first drive of the second half.
They're trying to come out with an answer. Their defense just gave up some points. They don't want the momentum to swing in the direction of the other team.
That's what I'm talking about, Waller.
To take care of business and put the ball in the end zone themselves or get a score. Anything to try and settle things down and slow down their momentum.
Yeah, they'll try to seize that momentum right back.
He's trying to do that little glitchy. He's trying to do that. I think this is, what's his name? He's trying to do that little glitch defensive tackle shit with the defensive end. I know what he's trying to do. That shit not going to work on me, bro. Because I'm always going to block one. Tight end should be wide open. Oh, he dropped it! Oh, oh man. Let's try it again, Mo. We want Waller. Come on, Waller. Sometimes you gotta take what they give you, man. Can't be scared. You want to play man match, then Waller's wide open. Or we got the route across the middle. Boom! Money! Stop spamming that defense, bro. You have a 4-3 team running a 3-4. That's a mistake. And the reason why it's a mistake is because you don't have the guys in the correct position. That means you have to replace your pass rushers and put them at outside linebacker. And then you have to take your defensive ends and replace them with maulers that can eat double teams. And the problem with you using the Seahawks doing that is you're going to take the depth of your linebackers that can play coverage away from yourself. You're going to hurt yourself more than help yourself. Man, I got all kinds of go-tos in the end zone. It really depends on situation and what kind of coverage they're playing. Like, if they're going to stay with the soft squats, I'm going to stay in gun bunch. Now, I mean, I've got more than one way to attack soft squats. But for the most part, that's going to be my go-to.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown.
All right, we're faking it. We're faking the blitz. We're faking the blitz. We look like we're coming, don't we? It's a 4-man rush, guys. Easy. He's going to be max blocking and everything. And I can just sit on these routes. Look at there. Coverage, defense. Send it, get everybody in the gaps and then audible out of it. And they'll stay in the gap. And he'll think you're blitzing. And that shit right there will happen. If they max protect, that's what happens. It's just audible down to it. Like, I'll blitz the linebackers, man a line, and then I'll cancel the play and look at it. Look, I look like I'm in the gaps when I'm really not. And he's going to max protect, and he ain't going to have no real routes open, you know, for real, for real. Because it can mess people up that like to do ID the mics and shit. Like when you audible out of shit after you set your defense up. Because all you want to do is get those gaps. Like I can come out. Like I like to do it in 4-3 under the best.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
See, I'll cancel out of it. And then we'll crash. We'll spread line, crash out. Look at her. So you don't even got to send blitzes every play, man. You can fake blitzes by doing that shit. So I come out in this, blitz all linebackers, show blitz, boom, get my coverages that I want on the field, and then man align it, and then cancel. Now look at it. I got all the gaps covered. I'm in the original play. He doesn't know who I'm sending. It's coverage sacks. Look at there. As he stepped out of bounds. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. Get those gaps covered. Show blitz. Cancel the play. Go quarter over there. Look at there. Bam. They do motions. I change my zones. I'm not going to sit in the same defense and let you pick me apart. We're going to play. I should play quarters here. But I'm going to blitz him. I'm going to audible do a blitz. Outside quarter. Outside quarter. Got the seam flat covered. I can actually send my safety, but you know what? Good D. Them quarters match up. I'm telling you guys. Y'all play cover 3. Put those outside corners in quarters. They will match up. They will match up. They will not get beat. They will not get fucked over. And you got the mid-third to protect you on any pass across the middle.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Or was it the line that jumped that time? The second level.
Alright, just wait for him. See how he sets his defense? He fucked up by doing baseline. I'll show you how to attack baseline. Watch this. Easy peasy. Watch. Motion the receiver out. He's lined up now. The alignment's going to help our run block. Look at him. Look how he's driving the DB. That's all you got to do, man. Simple stuff. People that make adjustments before reading your offense. You do not base a line against slot formations. Look at it. He did it again. Okay? Now I can use my run. Alright? The one I want to show you. That's my ID. He's going to get picked up. Nope. Switch it to the safety. We're just going to have to one-on-one. We have to cut it back inside. Just like that. Oh, come on now. We're gonna put Ingold in because he's a better blocker for this. All right, got the right guy in there. Wait for him to see what he does. Usually I wait 5-6 seconds, see what they do. He doesn't do anything. Ingold's gonna pick the guy up on the outside, just like that. See, Ingold just fucking annihilated that DB. He took him out of the play. Look at that. Boom! Locked him up. Get out of there. Same thing. He gives me the numbers when he bases the line. Do not base a line against slot formations. Okay, you gave me the numbers. I'm going to run to the numbers. Same thing. We're going to do the motion. Pick the cornerback up. No, we got to motion him back. Oh, well. Sometimes we just motion it like that and then just go inside. Now I'm going to show you something else. Watch this shit. There's special routes inside of formations like this. You see this spacing route? You see that fullback route? Watch this shit. You cannot intercept this shit. I cannot make this up. Look at this route. He's gonna run it like a trot. But no zone can pick it off. Like if you want an easy 2 yards, let's say we run a vert. Because we're sending that, we're going to block the fullback. Watch this fullback route. Under the coverage every time. You just got to get someone that can pick it, that can actually catch it. But you cannot pick it off. Like let's say I come out in there. Let me put someone with hands back here. Let me go with Richard. Try this play again. All right, because we're sending the tight end deep, we're going to block the running back. Remember, my block 6 rule. Okay? We got the route that we want. It cannot be picked off. Watch this shit. Quick pass. Boom. Cannot be picked off, guys. If y'all want to get quick and easy yards, cannot be picked off. Just put that there. Block the running back. Take this route. Watch this shit. Cannot be picked off. Unless he's like sitting there on the line of scrimmage. Look at her. Even with his user there, he cannot pick it off. So imagine you get a running back with like good catching ratings. I just thought y'all should see that. Since we're in the red zone, I'm going to go ahead and go with a bunch of quads, and I'm going to use the spacing route. Since he's playing the same defense, it should be wide open. His verts are going to match up with Doss. Jones will be wide open. Just like that. Why are my guys dropping the ball today? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. How you give me on the run accuracy? I try to lowball it. I can't wait till next year. I'm gonna have Mariota. I'm gonna have to worry about this shit. Blitz all linebackers, show blitz, boom, soft squat, outside quarter. Look at that soft squat. See how it jumped back down? You gotta know how to use these soft squats. You want to play like that though. Look at that man. He only got 1 yard rushing, bro. And he same thing. Come out here. Outside quarters, guys. Outside quarters. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna hover. We're gonna play hover. Hover right here. We're gonna send him on a blitz, and then just hover him. Ah! Because he has Russell Wilson, you gotta put him in that blitz so that he picks it up, so that you can back him up. Because he can read what you're in. Every man that you're sending, he knows. You can't really confuse him too much. I'll go with my strong safety mid blitz. Outside quarter. Outside quarter. He knows who's coming. Look at that. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on down. He's in a soft squat. So how we take the soft squat out. Wow! What the fuck? EA! I know, right? How did he miss it? Look at there. This guy's making so many mistakes. He's staying in the same defense, trying to do that little glitchy. JP put it up a while ago. You know, the one where the defensive end tries to do the little containment, but I'm blocking him from doing that. And I'm going to show you, like, there's key stats that go a long way in helping you pass block. Number one, your lineman needs to be 90+ strength. Number two, for them to pick up and identify the correct people, they need to have 85+ awareness. That's the elite threshold for it. So y'all need to make sure that y'all have linemen that fall into those two categories. So outside quarter, man align.
Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it the next week? Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
Yo, what the fuck?
One time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost, it was over, right?
Bro, he can't even throw screens. Look at how fast that shit is.
Something executed well before we get out of here, and that was the message to the team. Just something to build on, get it done.
Outside quarter, outside quarter.
We'll get better as we go forward.
On second down, it's Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40.
Slow him down. That's all we gotta do. That dude got away with so many blocking the backs. That shouldn't even be legal, man. I'm trying to figure out why my linebacker blitzed. I didn't blitz my linebacker. I don't know.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone.
Game over.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
But again, guys, man, if y'all ever need help offensively, man, if y'all struggling with something, hit me up.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him.
I mean, I'm decent at defense. I mean, I got a 68 overall team defense. So if that means anything against the teams that I play. Let's see. Used to be I'd be able to run, like I would take my fast guy, run that and that, and run a drag. Now I probably shouldn't do this because he is blitzing. Well, not this time. Look at it. Look at the circle wide open. Look at I got a lead block for my fucking tight end. Look at that. Look at that. I fumbled. What the fuck, EA? But, you know, again, guys, I try to, you know, look at there, 5 catch. Y'all want to have stuff like that. Y'all want to have stats like that at the end of the game, bro. Y'all don't have to run the ball to get points. Like, y'all don't got to do it that way. Y'all can pass the ball, man. It's safe to pass the ball. I know EA cheats you sometimes, but you can still pass the ball, man. And you can run the score up on people. But that 4-3 under defense is usually my clutch D. You've seen how I got him out of what he wanted to do in the first quarter, man. That's my block shed defense. And it's fucking fast. Look at there, 4 touchdown passes. Got a good balance. Got 5 carries with your star running back. He's not going to get hurt. Like if you're playing CFM, you ain't got to rely on just a running back to carry your offense, man. You can get the ball around at different people. I want to show you this blitz, though. I forgot. It was like first half when I was using it. Double check. This was the nickel 3-3-5 when he tried to do the single back bullshit. And I took that offense away from him. So second quarter, I came out in my 4-3 under. This is that defense y'all want. Look at this. Get through that gap. Right through there. Look at there. You don't know who to block. And look at the coverage behind it. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 5 guys in zones. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 5. Everything's covered, bro. Let me see if I got another one. Oh, that's when I got sacked. Here it goes again. 4-3 under, guys. Look at there. Bam! Blindside to fucking... No, actually, this is my 4-3 over. This is the one where I went quarter, soft squat, crashed the D-line left, and then I shoot the gap over there on the tackle. When I shoot that gap, if I shoot that gap just right and engage with him, then the defensive end comes around. If the defensive end gets around and engages, then I come through like that. Okay? So that's my 4-3 under blitz. Now, if y'all can watch everything, his routes don't even develop before it's in the backfield. He doesn't have anything developed. The first thing that I like about this against tight slots, watch this. I need to pay attention to stuff like this. See how the linebacker's in front of him? He's going to nudge him off of his route just a little bit and take that acceleration from him. Just a little bit, man. It goes a long way. Stuff like that. But yeah. He's going to get around. And he's not even my fastest linebacker, bro. Just gets around when it locks it up. Try to show y'all some more, man. I think that's when he started throwing it to the flats. Now he tried to run one. This was my nickel. Nickel wide 9. Nickel. Here goes, this is 4-3 over. Look at off the edge. You got 2 guys coming off the edge unblocked. You don't get much better than that. Get your pass rushers into the backfield. Ain't got to swim around nobody, just straight shot. But, you know, like I said, if y'all need help offensively or defensively, man, I'm your go-to guy, man. Like I said, I don't charge nothing because it's the end of the year. You know, most of my tips are free. But, you know, if you feel as if it's helping you or whatever, you know, I do accept donations if y'all want to donate to help support the channel so that I can get me a laptop eventually and I can probably edit some videos so that it gets straight to the point sometimes. You know, I know sometimes I go live and it's like there might be like dead space in between games or something. You know, I try to make sure I'm always saying something that might be or equate to some type of value for you guys. But for the most part, man, like I said, if y'all have issues with anything, if y'all have problems offensively, defensively, man, and y'all just need some help, man, hit me up. Again, appreciate y'all watching. If you're not following, make sure you hit the follow button, man. Hit the notification, turn it on. So I'm always putting something on every day. You know, one day I might put something on that just might help you. You know, if there's nothing that I've covered that you don't, you know, that's not gonna help you today, you could always check through my channel. I got a bunch of videos. I'm always showing new tips every day. All right, so yeah. All right, guys. Peace.